Last thing before we go tonight is a new appreciation of Carl Sagan that so many people find way overdue. Armed with 4 degrees from the University of Chicago, try that in your spare time. Sagan was an astronomer, scientist, astrophysicist, a genuine public intellectual. He taught at Harvard and Cornell and was ahead of his time almost by definition. Jason Johnson called our attention to this clip on social media today. Here is Carl Sagan on Johnny Carson calling out a new movie called Star Wars for its faulty assumptions and lack of diversity.
Star Wars starts out saying it's on some other galaxy.
Right.
And then you see there's people. And starting in scene 1, there's a problem because human beings are the result of a unique evolutionary sequence based upon so many individually unlikely random events on the Earth. In fact, I think most evolutionary biologists would agree that if you started the Earth out again and just let those random factors operate, you might wind up with beings that are as smart as us and as ethical and artistic and all the rest, but they would not be human beings. That's for the Earth. So in another planet, different environment, very likely to have human beings.
Are you saying on another galaxy, it's not possible that there could be...
It's extremely unlikely that there would be creatures as similar to us as the dominant ones in Star Wars. And there's a whole bunch of other things. They're all white. The skin of all the humans in Star Wars, oddly enough, is sort of like this.
Right.
And not even the other colors represented on the Earth are present, much less greens and blues and purples and oranges.
They did have a scene in Star Wars with a lot of strange characters.
Yeah, but none of them seem to be in charge of the galaxy. Everybody in charge of the galaxy seemed to look like us. And I thought there was a large amount of human chauvinism. And also, I felt very bad that at the end, the Wookiee didn't get a medal also. You know, all the people got medals, and the Wookiee who had been in there fighting all the time, he didn't get any medal. And I thought that was an example of anti-Wookiee discrimination.
How about that Carl Sagan, advocate for Wookiees everywhere? As the noted astrophysicist Ron Popeil would say, but wait, there's more. Carl Sagan could not have predicted 2021, but he did see it coming. He wrote the following back in 1995, and we quote, "I have a foreboding of an America in my children's or grandchildren's time when the United States is a service and information economy, when nearly all the manufacturing industries have slipped away to other countries, when awesome technological powers are in the hands of a very few, and no one representing the public interest can even grasp the issues, when the people have lost the ability to set their own agendas or knowledgeably question those in authority, when, clutching our crystals and nervously consulting our horoscopes, our critical faculties in decline, unable to distinguish between what feels good and what's true, we slide almost without noticing back into superstition and darkness. The dumbing down of America is most evident in the slow decay of substantive content in the enormously influential media. The 30-second sound bites now down to 10 seconds or less. Lowest common denominator programming, credulous presentations on pseudoscience and superstition, but especially a kind of celebration of ignorance." Roll that around for a while. Those were among his final published words. He died 10 months later. Here we are 25 years later, realizing just what he was trying to tell us back then.
Yeah. So... yeah, I've read his books. I read Broca's Brain. Steve introduced me to that, and we have potential. Some people say we only use 10% of our brains, but this guy was born at a time where people just didn't understand. He was born ahead of his time. And if it wasn't for people scientists like this, professionals, who was even able to predict the future, like I have done. I knew this world would wind up like this. I mean, tariff wars and all this. I all I have to say is there was once a time, once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away. Well, that's Star Wars, but I'm more into Star Trek. You got Spock, who's into logic, and Bones that's into emotionalism, and then Kirk, he's in the middle. That's like me. Yeah. James T. Kirk. Well, I'm James L. I'm not going to say it. But, you know, we as a people, we are being ruled and governed by those who just wish us to be in a realm of uncharacteristic, non visions, and just dumbing down of America, dumbing down of Canada, dumbing down of everybody. Well, I ain't dumbing down. And I said ain't. Okay. But no, yeah, he did a lot. Carl Sagan, and he died of cancer at the same age I am now. So makes you think. We're all living on borrowed time. But Carl Sagan was one of the best. And this is my tribute to him. Because he had a vision. But unfortunately, his life was cut short, as so many others are. And I just wanted to put it out there.